up, guys? I'm Mostly Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. With all that being said, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
We thought this couldn't happen, but we're now plunging into a dystopian reality, and how we live our lives has changed forever. Many people were in shock after a huge apartment building in Huangzhou, China went viral for its creepy, surreal way of housing. Shocking reports say Huangzhou had formed an entire town trapped inside the apartment building, and no one ever leaves. The building is almost 1 million square feet with a population of over 22,000 people, and this has already changed living as we know it. What was once a fancy hotel has turned into a dystopian town, with the building having its own giant food court, internet cafe, restaurants, salons, supermarkets, and residents can even go upstairs to go to their office to work. And reports show the apartment units going for as low as $210 or $550 if you want a balcony. With many believing other areas might start creating these types of apartments themselves, it begs the question, would you stay in them?
Absolutely not. I would not stay in this. This kind of reminds me of the Line project in Saudi Arabia. It's so weird. Why do they want to pack all these people into one small area? The only thing I can think of though of why they might be doing this is probably because they want to get land back. So if everyone's here, they're not all spread out. So now there's more land to buy. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me know down below. Would you like to live in a hotel and never leave?
A video of a dude using a microscope on ramen noodles has gone viral because of what he finds in the ramen noodles. So he puts it down on his microscope so we could take a deeper look. And what it looks like we have right here are little mites. Alright? These are nasty little buggers, and they're all over the place. Now, people are torn between two sides. One side is ramen noodles are absolutely delicious, and the other side being this video has ruined my love for ramen noodles. Now, you're probably thinking that when you boil the noodles, it kills the mites. That all depends on the mites that are in your noodle. Though boiling water is an effective method for killing any microorganisms, including bacteria and some parasites, the effectiveness of boiling and killing mites depends on the specific type of mite and its stage of life, and the duration exposed to the heat. Some mites are pretty resilient to high temperature, including boiling water. You could check this guy's profile out. He goes by Micro Zoom Guy. It's gonna open your eyes to the world of microorganisms. Some of you may not like what you find.
I'm not gonna lie, that did ruin my love for ramen noodles. I didn't realize that I was eating bugs. I feel like everything we eat at this point just has bugs on it. I'm not gonna lie, we need to check out this Zoom Guy. Well, now I also don't like hot dogs anymore. Fantastic. Is there really all of that inside of a hot dog? I'm not gonna lie, this guy scares me. If I keep watching this, I'm gonna end up not eating anything anymore.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean on a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
I thought it was pyrotechnic skydivers at first, but if you look, there's no land around. And it also kind of looks like a drone show, I'm not gonna lie, but they are far out there and I don't know what they would be doing. Other than that, I have no idea. Let me know what you think down below.
Take a look.
Here's why you should never go to Australia. Okay, I've already told you about the spider situation in Australia. Yeah, those little beasts that will come into your closet, under your bed, or whatever if you don't like my video. But as for mosquitoes, even I didn't know about that. Because yeah, apparently in Australia, because of certain floods, There are mosquito invasions all over the place. And the person who recorded this video, I don't even know how she lives in that house. Just imagine being surrounded by hundreds, if not thousands, of mosquitoes. Anyway, it's horrible, but Australia is still a beautiful country with incredible biodiversity. On the other hand, I have just one question for you. What would you do if you came across a dead snake like this one?
They say everything's bigger in Texas, but it looks like everything's bigger in Australia. Did you see the size of that spider and snake? Like, bro, why do you need to be that big? That snake could literally eat a Mini Cooper. And I'm not gonna lie though, if there was that many mosquitoes outside, I would never leave my house. Never. Or I'll go outside in a hazmat suit.
So, as undersized Susan Campbell found out, this is crazy. It doesn't take much of a voice sample to pull this scam off. This is so frightening to hear.
It really is. This truly terrified this mom, and this technology is actually improving so quickly. You really only need seconds of a voice sample to get pretty close to someone's real voice.
The phone number was unfamiliar. Jennifer DeStefano almost let it go to voicemail. But her 15-year-old was out of town skiing. Maybe there had been an accident.
I pick up the phone and I hear my daughter's voice and it says, Mom, and she's sobbing. And I said, what happened? And she's like, Mom, I messed up. And she's sobbing and crying. And then I hear a man's voice say, put your head back. Listen here, this is how it's gonna go down. You call the police. You call out in your mind that was her voice. Oh, 100% her voice. 100% her voice. It was never a question of, you know, who is this? Or it was completely her voice. It was her inflection. It was the way she would have cried. I never doubted for 1 second it was her. That's the freaky part that really got me to my core.
But the 15-year-old never said any of it. It was just a clone created by artificial intelligence.
You can no longer trust your ears.
Subaro Kamampati is a computer science professor at Arizona State who specializes in AI. He says voice cloning technology is rapidly improving.
Now there are ways in which you can do this with just 3 seconds of your voice. So with the 3 seconds, it can come extremely close to how exactly you sound.
And you don't even need any special equipment.
I chose a free program for a test, and I'm not actually talking.
It's a new toy, and I think there could be good uses, but certainly they can be pretty worrisome uses too.
You got to slow down and diffuse the situation.
The FBI's Dan Mayo says scammers who use voice cloning often find their prey on social media.
They're going to be looking for public profiles that have as much information as possible on you. And when they get a hold of that, they're going to dig into you.
The Federal Trade Commission says scammers will often ask their victims to wire money, send cryptocurrency, or pay the ransom with gift cards. Once the money is gone, it's almost impossible to get it back.
AI is getting out of control. All you need is like a few words and they can have like a whole sentence of your voice. It's crazy. I don't know about you, but that's pretty terrifying.
What's hiding in your house?
Another day, another fishing into somebody's wall. Let's get rid of some of this. What is this? Oh, tough. Nope. Nope, back in the wall.
Regular room. Closet. What? And there's 2 doors over there?
We had to call the police about what we found hidden in this abandoned house.
Hey guys, I never did that. If you hear it, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
In the crawl space now. Sorry, it's really tight getting back here. And I see this hole. And I decide to look inside to see what's in here, right? And I have a headlamp on right now. And my phone light, and I cannot see the bottom.
So I just moved into this house and I found this little room right here. And every time at night I keep hearing noises from the closet.
Bro, if I found any of these things, I'm moving immediately. And I'm saying right now, that Ouija board, I don't care if it's mass produced by a toy company. I am never playing that thing. That one room that woman found, oh nah, where it was a whole kid's room in there? Nope, I'm good. I'm out. Come on now, man. That's definitely one of your buddies in a Bigfoot costume.
Okay.
This is legit military footage of aliens right here. Look at it though. What the f is that? They're calling it the jellyfish UAP. It dead looks like tentacles. This is flying around, and this is caught on military cameras.
Wait, when?
This says Afghanistan, leaked footage by Jeremy Corbell. It's like silver, round, and has tentacles. It's interesting since all of this news of UFOs and aliens coming from the sea.
UAP are real. Advanced technologies, not made by our government, are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies.
Tentacles, where do we see that? We don't see that in the air, bro.
Yeah.
We only see those type of creatures underwater. I did some digging. When do you think the first ever alien sighting would have been?
First?
They actually have the first ever reporting of an alien, or actually a UFO.
I'm calling it right now. Aliens come from the ocean. The thing is crazy looking though. It literally looks like a jellyfish just floating through the sky. And all I'm saying is, when are those available? Because I want to buy one.
Being a first-time home buyer can be very stressful, but for one woman in Colorado, it was downright scary. Amber Hall says she discovered a massive snake infestation inside the walls of her new Centennial home. Her family moved in at the end of March when her dog first found one slithering in the garage. Well, then they found 9 more over the next week, but that was just the beginning. Hall hired a snake wrangler who says there's likely a den somewhere underground and that they've been living there for at least 2 years.
My kids and I are afraid to sleep in our beds, afraid to use the restroom because snakes might come out of the toilet. I'm 42 years old and this is my first home. I've worked my whole life for it. And I can't enjoy it. My kids can't enjoy it. I'm scared to death.
Oh, Hall says the snake hunting and traps has already cost her over $1,000. Her next move is to rip up the concrete and find out exactly where those things are.
Man, that sucks. Could you imagine finally buying your first house and it's infested with snakes? Bro, come on, man. I hope she can get to the bottom of this and get them all out of the house.
In the Russian city of Kirov, a couple were driving down a highway when their dash cam caught footage of something pretty creepy. This video was submitted to me by Gregory P., who saw the clip on a local news station. Upon seeing what was captured, he immediately knew that the incident was anything but normal. As the couple drive down the road, they see this.
Там мужик на дороге стоял.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious silhouette shows up in front of the car. Its sudden appearance was startling enough that the woman driving swerved upon seeing it. While it may seem like someone was actually standing there, something about them has led viewers to believe that this figure was no person at all. Given that they, or it, doesn't flinch upon seeing the approaching vehicle, and also that they just manifest out of nowhere, it's believed that this was paranormal. Although it's hard to say for sure if that's so, at least it's certain that most viewers think something unexplainable was captured.
I would be terrified if I saw that thing in the middle of the road. Like, what is he doing? Does he have like an unalive wish or something? It did kind of look like a scarecrow just standing there, but like, why would anybody want to put that in the road? Some people are weird, man. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching all the clips with me today. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.